Congratulations! You are at the right place at the right time to start your day with a lightning bolt of energy. Most news programming, morning talk shows, or other podcasts are not launching you into your day or accessing even a fraction of your greatness and potential. If you want more money in less time with more magic, and if you want to find what works to scale your sales and business with the actionable formula of formulas, then the Unblinded Huddle is the #1 way to start your day with an infusion of integrity-based human influence. With your host, Sean Callagy, and the Unblinded team, and the entire Unblinded movement.
How we doing out there?
Hello, Sean. I can hear you.
You got me?
Got you, brother.
All right, awesome. Good morning to all. Good morning to all on this fun Friday. We got some rain sitting here in New Jersey, but that's cool. I am 100% jumping in the ocean today to get things going on this fun Friday. Regardless of it probably being 49, I hope it's hit 50. Super awesomeness though. What's present for you though on this fun Friday? Like what's fun? What are you looking to do? We have some amazing guests on this morning, which we'll get to in a second, but for real, what do you do on Fun Friday? Like, is it fun to build what you're building? Is it fun to have the excitement of the creation of new relationships or winning with your team, partners, and friends? Hey, is it fun to confront yourself, disrupt your process and go, you know what? Oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing over here in this part of my business and in my process mastery? Oh my God, like this is crazy. I'm innovating. I'm coming up with movement. We just talked with the Unblinded Sales Mastery program team. We were just chatting with all the students, participants, and last night there was such massive acceleration in how they were demonstrating, conveying their heroic, unique identities. And it was extraordinary, the progress and growth that people have made. And now in the program, we're moving into a great depth process mastery. And everything we have here in the whole ODS of influence mastery, we have in process mastery. And something we're emphasizing so much with the folks in mastery, and just give you a quick 10,000 or 50,000 foot view, is the idea of thinking about what assets am I acquiring that are new and how should that change my actions and innovations. So, because that's fun. And we don't have fun creating change and shifting and dynamically advancing, then like things, aren't going to get to where we want to. And so many folks associate deep pain to changing how they're functioning in their actions to accelerate their sales, their ecosystem merging, their business growth. And what we're here to do is condition in the pattern of that it's fun. Like, oh my God, like breakthrough equals fun. So that's what's present for me on this fun Friday. And one more time, what's present for you? And also going into the weekend, what are you gonna do for fun? Like, what are you gonna do for fun when you're not building and growing your business? Or maybe you're building and growing your business and you're connecting with people to do that with, and you're having an amazing and awesome time, even during this extremely challenging time of Corona. So that is what is present for me. And before we get to our guests, we have a fun and awesome announcement. Jared, I think we have Lorelei ready to come on.
Awesome. Let's get Lorelei on here. So Lorelei, you can unmute yourself.
Hey, Lorelei, you there?
I'll unmute you. There you go, Lorelei. You can speak.
Hi, can you hear me?
Happy Fun Friday, Lorelei.
Happy Fun Friday.
Yeah, so what's happening with you? Like what's fun for you on Fun Friday?
Well, what's fun for me is creating ecosystems and co-creating. So some pretty big people that I'm working with that I'm excited about.
Yeah, so yeah, I get the fact, and I think it is readily apparent that Lorelei has fun merging ecosystems and connecting people. Am I hearing you right, Lorelei? Is that something that like really matters to you? And I just heard like a giggle. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thrive on this, so it is fun for me. Yeah.
And let me ask this question: like, so folks, for some folks, they don't associate to fun in that way. Why is it fun for you? to like merge ecosystems, right? So you're like in 24 hours, you're getting president of Success Resources America, you know, Gene McNaughton on, you know, all of a sudden you're communicating with, you know, all these different folks. What's fun about that for you? Like, why do you enjoy that?
It drives me because it's almost like I have a competition within myself, but really I want to serve other people, and it just brings me a lot of excitement and joy to connect people that are meant to be connected, should be connected, to, you know, make really cool stuff happen.
Yeah, no, awesome. And so we want to make a fun announcement, Lorelei, like on Fun Friday. We want to announce Lorelei as the Unblinded Real Raw Relationship Coordinator. So Lorelei, congratulations as the Unblinded Real Raw Relationship Coordinator. And how does that feel for you?
I'm super excited to be a part of the team, and I actually feel super honored and excited and pumped up and full of fire. So it adds something really magical to yeah, so it adds a lot to what I'm already doing. So thank you so much for this you know, opportunity. I feel so grateful.
Yeah. And so what for everybody out there, it's like, how does this relate to you? Lorelei's committed to support the mission of us working with great intentionality in how we build and scale the Real Raw, the Influence Offs at night, and the Real Raw Opens, which will be every day, Real Raw Open, and then we replicate those in mass. So by building the success and the amplification of the Real Raw and the Influence Off, by having the Real Raw Opens functioning, that's going to open up the Unblinded Business Accelerator and how you do business with Unblinded, the program that we're announcing, that Jared was talking about yesterday, and we're getting out and done as a byproduct of Wednesday. All of this is one integrated ecosystem that creates massive acceleration as you join and work with the ecosystem. So Lorelei, for me, what is present is somebody who is 100% committed, excited, and ready to have 15 incredible judges coming on per week, as well as participating in organizing and working with the entire Unblinded ecosystem to ensure that we get this working in an optimal way, that it scales and grows in how it's being seen in the world, who's coming on, how we're moving into different verticals to unblind people in legal, accounting, engineering, architecture, financial services of all sorts, speaking, coaching, training, authors across the board. Surfers, as Craig from SoCal said this morning. So that's what we're doing. So Lorelei, welcome. And you've been an extraordinary supporter of the work I've been up to for a while, and I am immensely grateful for that. And you are truly a super connector, and we're excited to see how see all this work. I'm not going to put an if, to see all of this work and work massively. Any final comments, Lorelei?
Thank you. I do actually. I
Yeah.
think what I want people to know is, once you put an intent out there and you take the action and you really have, you know, crystal clear vision, things start coming to you. So, you know, when I found out that, you know, I'm, you know, a part of the team and what my role is, then all of a sudden all these incredible, you know, I'm connect to a lot of people, but then all of a sudden it's like a tidal wave of all these people coming to me. And it's really, because when you set the intention, then the universe is going to bring you what you need. So it's been pretty great.
Yeah. Well, awesome, Lorelei. Thank you. And the entire ecosystem, I'm hoping, sees this. And if not, you will be very happy and excited that we are making the move to have an Unblinded Real Raw Relationship Coordinator for acceleration. And I'm very thankful, Lorelei, that you have graciously accepted that role. and let's rock and roll on Fun Friday. Let's have an incredible day, and we're gonna have a wildly awesome Real Raw series next week, and only building every week. So thanks, Lorelei.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So with that said, Jared, let's hear it in the chat. Like, who you're ready with? Who do you want to see on the Real Raw? Who do you want to see? What ecosystems does it make sense for you to work with? Who do you know? Or who do you think you're one step removed from? Like, what's your thinking about how to shape and accelerate the Real Raw and its amplification and its replication? And that's what we're going to start to condition in, and how that benefits you. How that benefits you. So Jared, we got incredible people today, like dominant, like super successful, unbelievable people of reputation and influence. What's up, and who we got?
So this is fun for me today because these are like two of my favorite people on planet Earth. And the reason is because these are just really good men that are so mission driven, and they're revolutionizing this space of health, both of them. So first up, we have Sachin Patel, who is a father, he's a husband, he's a philanthropist. He actually built a hospital, I believe it's in Africa, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Sachin, to help women have a positive birthing experience. He's a functional medicine practitioner and a success coach to functional medicine practitioners. And his philosophy, which I'll allow him to speak more about, is the doctor of the future is the patient. So that is Sachin Patel. He is coming from Canada. And then we have Dr. Peter Osborne. And Dr. Peter Osborne is the director of Origins Healthcare in Sugar Land, Texas. He's a doctor of pastoral science and a board certified clinical nutrition. He's also known as the gluten-free warrior. And he is one of the most notable people in the entire functional medicine and natural health space. And here's what's interesting, Sean. Dr. Peter Osborne was a mentor to Sachin, and Sachin's the one that says this, but then Dr. Peter told me that he's actually learned more from Sachin than Sachin's learned from him. And these are very competitive men that have a lot of goddess energy, but they are very competitive men, and they are coming to play. So Sachin and Peter, it is my absolute honor to bring you to the Unblinded movement. Sean, please take it away.
Yeah, Dr. Sachin Patel, Dr. Peter Osborne, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And how you doing, Dr. Sachin Patel? What's present for you?
Hey guys, and hey everyone that's on the call. Excited to be here. Thanks for the consideration, and I love the intro, Jared. I should just have Jared follow me around everywhere I go, just speaking me up. That was a great intro, brother. Thank you. Yeah. And Sean, it's so nice to reconnect with you and be on this call. I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to share passionately about what we do and how we can help people. And I'm also excited to learn from everyone else that's on this call as well.
Yeah. So Sachin, for anybody that's unaware, like, what do you do?
Well, at this time, what I focus on is I help coach functional medicine practitioners in their practices. So I help them create their perfect practice. That's the name of our coaching company. And then I also have we have a clinic called the Living Proof Institute, where we have practitioners that work with patients on a one-on-one basis or in a one-to-many basis in small groups. And so we use that as our incubator of ideas. And then the best practices is what we share with our functional medicine practitioners that we coach.
Yeah, amazing. If for those that are unaware, what is functional medicine as you define it?
So functional medicine, I believe there's two parts to our practice. One is the functional medicine piece, and the other one is the lifestyle medicine piece. And I believe there's an 80-20 split. I believe 80% of the results, 80 to 90% really of the results, come from what the patient is willing to do for themselves. And the other 10 to 20% comes from what the practitioner can uncover and, essentially find their blind spots that they're unaware of that are causing their health challenges. So I believe it's a partnership. More than anything else, where the patient takes the ownership and responsibility. And as a functional medicine practitioner, our job is to find the underlying mechanisms or causes, deficiencies or toxicities that are creating disruption in somebody's life. But disruption can occur on several layers. It can occur at a biochemical layer where you're helping people with their body's chemistry. It can happen on an emotional layer. It can happen on an environmental layer. So there's all these layers that we take into consideration, including the daily rituals and habits of the patient. And when we combine the efforts together, we get stratospherically amazing results compared to me trying to fix them.
So what do you think is extraordinary? What do you think is the number one thing at the largest macro level that people misunderstand about their body and health?
That they are in absolutely full control of every single one of these 70 trillion cells in their body if they can control their nervous system. And one of the things that we teach our clients how to do is become what I would call trigger proof, because if you can easily be triggered emotionally, then somebody can hijack the entire chemistry of your body. If I could say a word or a sentence or flash an image and it rattles your nervous system, it rattles every cell, every tissue, every organ, every system in your body goes into a state of fight or flight. So what most people try to do when they try to get healthy is they're trying to use fire extinguishers to put out fires that they're starting. And so what we help people do is get to the emotional level and become trigger proof. So now they can view anything that happens in their life with equanimity, and that keeps homeostasis in their body as forever, in perpetuity.
Awesome.
So,
let me hold for 1 sec, please. Could you hold on for a moment?
Sure.
Let's bring Dr. Peter Osborne into the conversation. Peter, welcome, and how are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, Sean. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, so happy to have you on. And where are you physically located right now?
I'm in Sugarland, Texas, just outside of Houston.
We've had a lot of Texas things going on lately. We created a program, 2 different programs in the last week with folks from Texas. So Texas is Texas is happening right now in the unblinded world. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. So listen, question. So Sachin was talking about our body being hijacked. So I have my simple ways of saying it. I'd love to, for everybody to learn a little bit more. I talk about cortisol being shot through our system. Is that accurate, inaccurate? So what happens when we move into stress or the types of things Sachin was saying? What literally happens in our body? Like, what's the chemicals that are being shot through and how we're being hijacked?
So, there's 2 kinds of stress, Sean. There's chronic stress, which is stress that doesn't go away. And then there's acute stress, which is normal, natural, and part of our normal physiology. But what people tend to do is they put themselves in a state of chronic stress, whether it's through a job they don't like, or through a relationship that doesn't fit, or through choices about their diet or exercise, lifestyle, sleep, etc. And so it puts their body in a state of chronic stress where, yes, cortisol is one of the hormones that elevates during chronic stress. Cortisol causes a number of different problems. One of the problems it causes is it begins the process of muscle wasting. So in that process of muscle wasting, people lose their lean mass and their metabolism slows down over time. And so then they have a tendency to gain weight. Cortisol also drives up insulin, leading to insulin resistance and prediabetes, and then subsequently diabetes. So you have this combination of muscle loss coupled with this elevation in blood sugar over time, leading to prediabetes. And of course, that combination, if you think about it, causes, think about what sugar does in the bloodstream. It makes everything sticky. And so just like if you poured a bottle of syrup on your carpet at home, and then you walked through that and walked on and tracked out all over your house would be a mess. Well, your body is your house, and your internal bloodstream is that highway that delivers nutrients. It delivers the vitamins, the minerals, it delivers the hormones to the cells and to the DNA so that your body can communicate with itself and know how to do proper housekeeping. So when you're under chronic stress and your blood sugars are chronically high and your muscle mass is slowly wasting away, it just deteriorates your body and puts you at an accelerated aging pace.
So for folks out there that are, how connected, Peter, would you say that your nervous system functioning is to your health? So people talk a lot about diet. So let's honor the fact that diet, of course, matters. How unaware do you think people are? How much does it really matter? How our nervous system functions, just in terms of us getting afraid or us feeling insecure, worry, like those sorts of things. How would you articulate that to people?
Well, I would say you can't separate the diet piece from the nervous system, because eating foods that trigger cortisol, that trigger chronic stress, also triggers nervous system chemicals like adrenaline and noradrenaline, which drives up, your sympathetic or your fight or flight nervous system. And so it puts the body in this chronic state of fear. But one of the things that happens to our blood flow when our nervous system is in a chronic kind of fear mode is blood is redirected away from the GI tract. It's directed more toward the periphery, toward the muscles where your body's getting ready to take action, run away from the danger, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So it drives the blood supply away from the GI tract. It drives the blood supply more toward taking action. And what ends up happening is when people do sit down to eat, they can't digest that food because the blood supply to their GI tract is being constricted. And so now that food will sit inside of them and it will rot, literally putrefy. And as that food inside of them is rotting, which is the counter, it's the counter to what food is supposed to do. Food is supposed to provide nourishment. But now the food's rotting and releasing chemicals of putrescence, and that stimulates further the nervous system, stimulates further the immune system. So the immune system and the nervous system are directly connected. And the GI tract is where 70% of your immune system is. So when you have rotting food in your gut all the time, triggering your immune system that there's a threat, that's triggering your nervous system in perpetuality that it needs to be on high alert. And so it recreates the problem unless the person can recognize that they need to start making some diet and lifestyle changes.
Extraordinary. Well, Peter, that does not sound very fun on Fun Friday to have putrefied, rotting food in your gut. That just doesn't sound fun.
Well, it isn't fun, and it makes a lot of people very, very sick.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. And by the way, for you, and you've obviously done such a beautiful job in building your business and everything you're up to in the world. If you had one actionable to talk to people now, you got it. Like, we have to, diet matters extraordinarily. I'm hearing it. And so people right now, and some of them are laughing at me, thank you very much, because they're going to confront me with this for like the next month. How we're relating to things matters. How we're using our body matters, obviously. What do you think matters most in building and scaling business? So you've really been successful at getting your unique identity out there through the brilliance of your work, but it hasn't just been that you've been brilliant sitting, in a room in your home. You've gotten out there. You've clearly built great success. What would you share with people? Once you're skilled, talented, ready, what's the actionable or series of actionables that's been most important in your process mastery of growing your business and who you are?
I think ultimately it's once you have knowledge mastery over a topic that you want to build a business around, you really have to then begin focusing your efforts and energy on building a team and building systems around that team. Because if you're in it to win it, my hashtag is save 100 million lives, which is not a small goal. And in order to reach that level of people, you have to play bigger and you have to think bigger. But so many entrepreneurs, so many business owners get into their own mind that they do it all. Like they're the, they fix the computer when the computer breaks. They vacuum the floor, like clinicians, they vacuum the floor in their own office. Like they're doing the tasks that should be being outsourced. They're doing everything. And they've taken the weight of the world of their business on their shoulders. And they don't realize that what they really need to be focused on is curating a team and curating systems that can leverage that knowledge that they have and potentially immortalize that knowledge and put it into an evergreen model that is allowing them to reach people 24/7, even while they sleep. It's the only real way, in my opinion, if we're talking about especially a clinical business where you're really trying to get out there and become a global clinic versus say a local clinic in your hometown, it's the only real way you can leverage and reach the masses is to have a strong team around you and to have strong systems that leverage your time so that you're not bogged down by the day-to-day minutia.
I love that. Immortalize and have it working 24/7 for you. Thank you for that, Peter. That was fantastic. And you ready for the real raw today?
I'm ready.
All right. Because I'm hearing like trash talking in the world of functional medicine. And the only thing worse than putrefied, rotting food in our gut, Peter, I think, is trash talking in the space of functional medicine. So let's jump back over to Sachin. Sachin, do you agree with that? Like trash talking is even worse than putrefied, rotting things in our gut?
Well, I can tell you that these rumors are not true because I have much admiration for Dr. Osborne. So, and I know the feeling is quite mutual. So I just want to set the record straight, but I do appreciate learning and just listening to Dr. Osborne speak. So this has just been so beneficial for me myself.
Yeah, no, we're just having a little bit of fun on this Fun Friday. So thank you. And so for you, so Sachin, if you were going to share with people as we bring this to a wrap and get ready for the Real Raw later today, what would it be that you are coaching, training, and leading these functional medicine practitioners, which are they're business owners, right? They're helping save people, doing all those wonderful things. But in the process mastery element, what do you think is the most fundamental thing that keeps people from rapid short-term growth? We know long-term. What would you coach people on, like that's blocking them from growing their practices in just that short run?
Well, one interesting thing about functional medicine is that it's been around for a while, but there's emerging interest in this area. So there's new labs coming out, new protocols, new opportunities popping up in the industry, and so practitioners a lot of times feel inadequate in the training that they have because they almost feel like imposters, I find, and they almost have "who am I" syndrome. Who am I to share this information and put it out there? And they're oftentimes afraid of being judged or questioned. So that's what keeps them back initially in getting their message out there, because the practitioners that I speak to are full of heart, they're full of passion, but they're afraid to just put themselves out there because of that "who am I" syndrome.
Yeah. Dr. Sachin Patel, my hallucination is that you are not only spot on, but that is the challenge that everybody has. Who am I? Imposter syndrome. And just, for all those out there, the first time that I went up on somebody else's stage that was like of massive fame, Tony Robbins, I had the "who am I?" And I literally played small and pretended to be somebody that I wasn't. Meaning I'm just some like participant in this program and I'm not a speaker, and just went up there and said the nice things about the program. But the great slap in the face for me was afterwards, a friend, Matt Johnston, who was on recently, said, you're not transforming lives if you pretend to be less than you are. People are going to hear you, see you, listen to you, and you're withholding your impact from people. So I love what you just shared, Dr. Patel. That was fantastic. I agree. Let's all step into our greatness, and let's have some fun today on the Real Raw. So Dr. Sachin Patel, thank you. Dr. Peter Osborne, thank you. We're going to be on the Real Raw today, 3 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. Truly appreciate both of you amazing gentlemen being on today.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah. So Jared, what do we got going on in the chat out there? What's happening?
Awesome. So I'm going to share what I'm present to, and then we'll talk about the chat. So
yeah.
Here's what I'm present to. So as we all know, Unblinded stands to positively disrupt the way the world looks at sales and communication and networking and all of the different areas that Unblinded touches. And everybody that's on here knows that. Well, functional medicine stands to disrupt the way that people think about their health. Like the parallel between what Unblinded is and what functional medicine is fascinating, fascinating. And you just had, and they're not going to say this for themselves, so I'm going to say it for them, the two greatest minds in the entire industry speak to you, like in the whole industry of functional medicine, just came and shared with you. And with fun and definitely competition, because these are like competitive people, they're going to role play. And this is why this is so important. I want to make sure everybody hears this.
Yeah.
When they're role playing, they're going to be selling functional medicine to a live audience. And that live audience is going to get it. And they're going to understand why lifestyle medicine and functional medicine should be the first stop instead of the last stop on someone's healthcare journey. That's what we're doing at Unblinded. Like we're unblinding people now to what real health is. So Peter and Sachin, thank you. You are very busy men to create the space in the morning and the afternoon to be present.
Thank you.
And this is going to be such a powerful role play because you're going to see two masters. These are masters at what they do, but also an opportunity to shift your whole paradigm on health. And that is what it looks like, Sean. So
Jared, that's a drop the mic point. So people get what the Real Raw play is doing. It's not doing one thing, it's doing 10 things. So one of the other things that it's doing to just truly emphasize what Jared is saying, it's unblinding people to truth. Like the Real Raw role play or tagline should be, yeah, influence is a superpower. We have it, you get it here, ... unblinded to truth. Like that's what it is. So we'll have lawyers on talking about how lying functions in the system and how we need to disrupt it. We're having functional medicine people on talking about how our bodies really work and not all the fallacies that we are existing in and living under. So all of these dynamics are coming out in the real raw, including that influence is a superpower. So we're unblinding people to the way life truly works and hacking all these systems as we unblind. So truly present to that, fantastic point. And again, for Dr. Sachin Patel, Dr. Peter Osborne, geniuses, leaders in the nation, if not in the world level, fantastic job. So excited to have them here to be sharing their wisdom and their business skills as well, and communication abilities. So Jared, what's up? Who we got? What's cooking out there?
Let's give some shout outs here. So Vivian Guzman, what is up? Samaya, what is going on? Shuling is fired up. The chat is moving so quickly. Dimple is pumped. Erica is on fire. We have Liba that is excited for the role play. We have Jim Dickinson, Peter and Sachin. Thank you for your incredibly valuable messages and contributions this morning. You both are incredibly articulate, which is so needed in the world of health science. Gratitude. We have Joe with their hand raised. So Joe, I'm going to turn you on. You can unmute yourself. I'll read a few more chats as Joe is unmuting. Let's see here, a few more chats here because it's just flying. So Joe, you got the mic. Please share. What are you present to in the next 30 to 60 seconds?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Fantastic. I am a functional medicine health coach. So I came here because of Jared and his link, and I am just so pumped to hear these two guys. I think functional medicine is something that every household needs. We need to make it understandable, accessible, and affordable for every person. And I'm just really excited.
Joe, where are you calling in from today?
I'm in Western New York.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Joe, for being here. And we're here to unblind people to everything, to everything. Influence being a superpower, functional medicine, creating solutions to massive challenges, and helping amazing people merge ecosystems to make the world a greater place. And you being here represents that and those words. So thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Sean, we'll get one more. I'm pulling one out. Little like home team advantage here, if you don't mind. My mother, Jody Chembel-Berg, has her hand raised, and she's gonna drop the mic so my mom, unless that was a mistake, Mom. But Mom, you're on. You can unmute yourself. Please share.
Mama Jody, how are you?
I'm fine. So excited to be here and to be a part of this amazing movement, and just feeling beyond blessed to have all of you in my life. Specifically this topic, however, since it is my husband who will be one of the judges later on, and since he's working with patients this morning, I tuned in and I couldn't be more excited, and now I understand why he was chosen to be a judge. Amazing, because if we don't head healthcare in this direction where we are responsible for ourselves, then we become part of the problem, we become part of the disease. And this is so enlightening and unblinding. It is amazing. So looking forward to being a part of this later on, and so grateful for every person who's participating in this amazing movement. Thank you. Thank you.
And Jody, this isn't happening without you connecting Jared and I. And Jody, thank you for giving birth to and raising such an incredible person as your son, Jared. And you are an extraordinary human being. And your beautiful husband, we're not here without him, because
without a doubt.
He's the person that unlocked my journey into personal development, Dr. Charles Berg, who'll be on as a judge today. So Jody, thank you so much.
Oh, it was the greatest pleasure of my life to give birth to Jared as well. So I'll second that. And to be married to my husband.
Well, happy Fun Friday, and let's go get it. Yes. Thanks, Jody.
Okay, you got it. Take care, guys. Love you both.
Thanks. And by the way, for Dr. Sachin Patel, Dr. Peter Osborne, let's give them some love in the chat. What was enlightening for you?
Blow it up. Blow it up right now. Let's go. Drop them. What was the big distinction? Takeaway. One word. Go. Let the chat blow up.
Yeah. Gratitude, giving, contribution for people who took their time this morning, as you have. And I'm present to gratitude for that. Any final, Jared?
Final. Link is posted in the chat. Register for today's role play. This is going to be such a special role play. We're unblinding two really important things here. We're unblinding people's perception of what sales is, and we're unblinding people's perception of health. In addition, many of you attended the official launch of the Unblinded Business Accelerator, and the energy was off the charts. And there's no way you could have thought that was it, right? Like we kind of left you with, okay, like more to come. That's like not the Unblinded style, right? Like we always have the more to come. So here is the more to come. And I'm really excited and I'm honored that it's official. Head over to www.unblindedbusinessaccelerator.com. What we are launching is the 6-week Unblinded Business Acceleration Immersion. And it's completely disruptive because it's free and there's like no strings attached to this. What we're going to teach you how to do is use Unblinded to build your main business. Like literally use Unblinded, leverage Unblinded to accelerate, whether it's your functional medicine practice, whether it's your coaching business, whether you're a speaker or an author in financial services, an attorney, whatever business you're in. We're going to teach you how to use Unblinded to accelerate it over the next 6 weeks. It's a live experience, so you can either show up live with us each week for 90 minutes, or you'll have access to the Unblinded Academy, where all of the recordings and the transcriptions and the community is available to you. But you do have to sign up. It is free. www.unblindedbusinessaccelerator.com. I recommend sign up for it and invite everybody that you want to merge ecosystems with to sign up as well, because you'll be speaking the same language. You'll be going through this process together. It will be your accelerator. Sean, over to you for final.
Yeah, final. The distinction is the Unblinded Business Accelerator 6-week immersion is not about learning the formula. It's about learning how to grow your business in conjunction with ecosystem merging with Unblinded. It's like what that actually looks like. So it's not influence mastery. It's not learning process mastery or self-mastery. It's literally learning how do you merge ecosystems with Unblinded to leverage and grow your existing business, and will lead to far more than that. So that's what we're present to. Massive acceleration, incredible gratitude again to Dr. Sachin Patel, Dr. Peter Osborne, Joe, Jody, thank you so much for being here. All of you, thank you for your energy. Thank you for your focus. Now go take massive action today and have fun to grow your business, because we don't win unless you win. That's how it works. We all don't win unless everybody wins. That's what's present to me. Take massive action. When you do, you're supporting the world, you're supporting the people that you love and care about, and you're supporting yourself, because you matter extraordinarily. And if you don't take care of you, nobody's coming to rescue you. It's you taking care of you by adding value to others. That's what Unblind is all about. Have an incredible fun Friday. Thank you.
Now it's time to break through and crush fear and distortion. What is the one zone action step that will help you most today to make more money in less time and with more magic, and contribute value to the Unblinded ecosystem? After you crush it, then head over to our private Facebook community at www.unblindedmovement.com to share your big win for the day. If you feel great about the Unblinded Huddle, please share your win for today and any questions you may have for us, along with a 5-star review, so we can reach more like-minded people like you. And if you have not already subscribed, please visit www.unblindedhuddle.com to be part of our live ecosystem audience for each morning huddle, so that we can help you see what you don't see about the fun, excitement, and magic of exponentially growing your sales.